All right, let's jump right in. I want to talk about a word that, honestly, most of us probably get wrong: surrender. For so many, it brings up images of defeat, of weakness, right? But what if I told you it's actually one of the most powerful things you can do? We're going to dig into this idea of not giving up, but giving over. So let's just lay it all out right from the start. On one side, you have giving up. That's what we're all taught to avoid, isn't it? It's associated with weakness, failure, defeat, all the stuff we run from. But look at the other side, giving over. Now, this is a totally different ballgame. We're talking about alignment, trust, and peace. And honestly, understanding this one little shift is, well, it's everything. It's the key to this whole conversation.
Okay, so our first mission here is to totally redefine what surrender even means. We need to take this word off the battlefield. Let's pull it out of that context of loss and bring it right into our everyday lives, where it can actually become a huge source of strength. And this quote, this really says it all. Surrender is not giving up, it's giving over. It sounds so simple, but wow, it is a profound shift in thinking. This isn't about waving a white flag and admitting you've lost. No way. It's about having the courage to hand the reins over to a power greater than yourself. So what are we really talking about when we say giving over? Think about it like this. It's the act of aligning yourself with a process instead of constantly fighting against it. Imagine you're in a river. You can either spend all your energy fighting the current, trying to go your own way, or you can align with it and let it carry you. That's surrender. So you see, with this new perspective, surrender completely flips. It's not weakness at all. It's alignment. It's an act of incredible strength and wisdom. It's about getting in sync, not just giving in. Okay, but that begs a pretty big question, right? If surrender is so great, why is it so darn hard for us to do? Well, the simple answer is control. We have this deep, deep need to be in control. So let's take a closer look at what we're really holding on to so tightly. I mean, does any of this look familiar? Planning, fixing, managing, trying to control every single outcome? This is how so many of us live our lives. We're constantly juggling, trying to force everything into place. And the story we tell ourselves is that we're just being wise or responsible. Yeah, we call it wisdom, we call it being a responsible adult, but what if we just hit pause for a second and asked, what's really behind all this? What's the real engine driving that constant need for control? And here's the tough truth. A lot of the time, it's just fear wearing responsibility's clothes. That relentless drive to manage every little thing, it's not actually wisdom. It's fear. Fear of what might happen, fear that we'll fail, fear that we aren't good enough. So if we want to get out of that cycle of fear-based control, what's the alternative? Well, it's surrender. And what does that actually look like day to day? It's about choosing trust over understanding. It's choosing to trust even when you don't have all the answers. And that, right there, that's the path to real peace. A huge reason we get so anxious is because we feel like we need to see the entire roadmap from start to finish. We want to know every turn, every stoplight, every bump in the road before we even agree to get in the car. We're looking for a guarantee. But what's being asked of us here is so much simpler and honestly so much more manageable. You're not being asked to understand the whole path. He just asks you to trust him with the very next step. And this really breaks it down, doesn't it? The common belief is that peace will finally arrive when everything makes sense, when all the puzzle pieces click into place. But the real source of peace? It comes when you can trust, even when it doesn't make sense. It's a total reversal of what we normally think. So peace isn't some destination you get to after you've figured it all out. It's a choice. It's a conscious decision you make right here and now. You decide that God can be trusted even when things look confusing. It's a choice you make regardless of your circumstances. Okay, so we've redefined surrender. We've talked about choosing trust over understanding. But let's get practical. What actually happens when we let go? How does loosening our white-knuckle grip on life actually make space for answers to show up? Just look at how this flows. It's like a chain reaction. Step 1, you stop forcing things. You just stop pushing so hard. What happens next? Well, things are allowed to move. Then you intentionally loosen your grip. And when you do that, you create this space. And it's in that space that the answers can finally come to you. So really, this whole thing, it all comes down to a choice.
And it's not a choice you make just once. It's a question you can ask yourself every single day. So let's make this real right now. Think about what's on your mind, what's weighing you down, that thing you're trying so hard to control. Today, I want you to ask yourself this one question. Is this mine to carry, or is it God's to lead? Seriously, ask that. Is this burden really yours to bear all by yourself? Or is it something you can give over? Are all your efforts and all your worrying actually helping? Or are they just getting in the way? And after you've asked that question, the answer is to choose. And choose trust. It might not be easy, but it is that simple. Choose trust over fear. Choose giving over not giving up. And why make that choice when it feels so hard? Well, it's not because it's easy. It's because God is faithful. You see, that's the ultimate shift. The focus isn't on your ability to handle it all perfectly. It moves from your ability to control to His reliability. And that changes everything.